The most important thing about running a 24-hour beef jerky, live snake, and hardcore porno emporium was that it had to be clean. No one wanted to purchase their cured meats from a dirty store, and that went triple for their live snakes and double for their masturbation aids. This is why Merle prided himself on keeping his store neat, tidy, and carefully compartmentalized. Customers walking into the emporium were greeted by a connoisseur's assortment of jerkies in packages, in barrels, and on ornate sample trays. Icelandic music was pumped into the bathrooms. To the left of the counter was a handsomely decorated door with a sign denoting the reptile room. To the right, a more nondescript door that, when a person asked, could be unlocked to reveal the store's less savory wares. Because the second most important thing about running a 24-hour beef jerky, live snake, and hardcore porno emporium is that no one wants a snake watching them buy titty mags. So when the nice, clean-cut lady came in and looked pleasantly surprised by her surroundings, Merle felt a swell of pride within himself. She wasn't even upset that she was going to have to purchase something in order to use the restroom. At least, not once he had showed her his selection of vegan and vegetarian jerkies. "Thank you," she had said as she ran to the restroom. "You're a lifesaver."
"I am a lifesaver," Merle thought to himself. "I deserve a break. I think I'll take 5 and go back to my office and play with my snake."
He meant this in the most literal possible sense. This is why he wasn't around when Sam burst in with the gun. That bathroom was spotless, Abigail thought as she exited the lavatory. My bathroom isn't that clean. And was that Bjork on the... I can't believe you! Abigail's train of thought had been harshly interrupted by the clearly conscious Sam and her gun. Both stared Abigail down. "What were you trying to do? Kill me?" Sam shouted, the gun shaking in her hand. "No, it just happened. And frankly, that's a lot of righteous indignation coming from the person who was arrested for murder and who's pointing a gun at me right now. Oh, come on. I wasn't arrested for murder." Sam showed off her ankle monitor once more. "I was under house arrest. You don't get put under house arrest for murder unless you dropped the hottest album of 2017. But you said, I lied. I lie a lot. It's a thing about me." "Right. Gotcha. So what did you do?" Sam sighed but kept the gun on Abigail. "I knew this guy. I was working for some guys, and they killed some people, and honestly, when I found out about it, I was really pissed, which is why I shot their pigeon." Sam let the gun drop before adding, "Also, I had done a bunch of whippets that day, so I was in a weird place." "Are you in a weird place now?" Abigail asked. Sam considered this. This was certainly the weirdest porno shop I've been in, she thought. Abigail's voice cracked. Are you gonna shoot me?" Sam looked Abigail up and down. She looked less like a threat at this point and more like a baby bird that had fallen out of its nest, lost and scared. There was no way that this human being had tried to kill her on purpose. Abigail was probably the sort of person that captured spiders and released them outside instead of smashing them. Sam took her fingers off the trigger and held her hands up. "I was never going to shoot you. This thing isn't even loaded." Abigail became furious. "But you said you were going to shoot me." "No, that was really more implied. Plus, I lie a lot. We talked about this already." "Then give me the gun." Abigail didn't feel the least bit safe holding a gun, but it was safer than Sam holding it. "I just need to see that it isn't loaded." Sam looked Abigail over again. Was she wrong about Abigail? Was this baby bird not a baby bird at all, but an adult bird, like a hawk or something? Sam decided no and handed Abigail the gun. It didn't feel powerful like Abigail thought it might. It just felt dangerous. She looked for a helpful sticker that said, "Bullets go here," or some sort of LED readout that said, "empty." It had neither. It was heavy, though. "So you're sure it's not loaded?" "Look at me. Do I look like I'm sure?" Abigail stared at Sam. "I'm not sure." She raised the gun and inadvertently pointed it at Sam, who jumped. "Me neither. So you should really put that thing down and not be pointing it at a person. Do you even know how to use it?" Abigail pointed it at the jerky station. "I mean, there's a trigger and—" Bam! A shot rang out as the jerky station got a bit less clean. Sam's voice jumped up an octave. "Okay, so yeah, you definitely need to put that down now, and— oh shit, Abby, get down!" Bam! Sam tackled Abigail to the ground as the jerky packages around her exploded. Abigail turned from Sam's panicked face to see the large man behind the counter with a shotgun in his hands and a python around his neck. The two women hid behind the display. "Come on, we gotta get out of here!" "But I'm supposed to buy vegan jerky." Bam! Bits of cured meat rained down on them. "Now!" Sam grabbed Abigail by the hand and yanked her toward the door. Merle watched the two women run through the parking lot.
"The third most important thing about running a 24-hour beef jerky, live snake, and hardcore porno emporium," he thought to himself, "is always having the bigger gun."